So after watching Squid Game season 2, I wanted to branch out and see if there are other Korean TV shows on Netflix. And there was one, this one. It's called My Name. And it's like a police crime drama thriller, if you will, on Netflix. And I remembered this, and I remembered this show. I remembered when this show came out. This show came out in 2021, the same year Squid Game season 1 came out. Also, the same year Arcane season 1 came out. What a great year for Netflix. Even though Arcane is not Korean, it's not a Korean TV show, it's still it's a Netflix show. It's what my point is. But anyway, this show is called. The title of it is My Name, and I remember I watched the first 5. I think there's like 8 episodes in total, if I'm not mistaken. And I remember I watched back then. I remember I watched all the way up to episode 5. And then for some reason, I dropped the show and canceled my Netflix subscription. And not because of not because I didn't like this, not because I didn't want to continue with the show, but because at the moment, at the time, there wasn't enough content available that I was interested in on Netflix. So because of that, I pulled the plug on Netflix. And, from time to time, I do come back to Netflix when I'm in the mood, but I never continued watching the show. And then, here we are, 2025, a new year, January 2025, a new year, the start of a new year, and I was like, it's January 2025, it's the start of a new year, and I want to do something new, if you will. So I rewatched. Like I said, I keep in my previous short. I kept rewatching Squid Game season 2 over and over again. But and I just love the Korean industry, film, television, music. And this one was like, I remember it was so fascinating. I was so fascinated by it, and I decided, why not? I want to go back and rewatch My Name. And if you don't know anything about My Name, let me break this show down. So I started all over again because it's been a couple years, so of course my memory is a little bit fuzzy. So I started all the way back from episode 1, and this time I managed to binge watch and finish the whole season. But yes. So if you don't know anything about the show, let me break it down to you. The show is about this young woman, this young lady, who her father. I mean, I didn't read any of this information online or on Netflix. It's just what I gathered from the first episode. The first episode, or what would be like that would lead into the season. Is that this young lady, her father got killed by a cop, I believe, and then she wants to get revenge. And the father's best friend is the leader of this criminal organization. And is the leader of this criminal organization who adopts her and takes her under his ring, and welcomes her, and kind of recruits her into this organization. He trains her. He and some members of this crime organization train her. And then she wants to get revenge on I guess the police. So she becomes a mole to the police station, to the police department, And she trains, I think she has her I think she got a new name, new alias, under a new name, a new alias, and she trains and she officially becomes a police officer. But in reality, she's trying to locate the person who killed her father. So that's the long extended rundown from what I from the premise of the show. And let me tell you, this show is amazing. This show is exceptional. Like, I didn't know that this show had a 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. That is like, that just blew my mind. Like, when I saw that, I was like, really? Now I gotta rewatch it. And yes, it is. It's exceptional. The dialogue, the fucking acting, it's all great. Even though, yes, of course, it's Korean and I'm reading the subtitles and trying so hard to focus and pay attention to everything that's being said and being done in the show. It's so, like I said, it's so fascinating, and intriguing and very gripping. There are a couple of emotional moments and scenes in this show, and it's all well done. The writing, the direction, the acting. You guys definitely need to check it out. Like, this show checks all the boxes. It's funny how Korean and like Asian and all these international foreign television shows and maybe films too are way better than the shit here in America. And that's a fact. That's a fact. And yeah, you guys definitely need to check this show out. And yes, I do have a crush on the actress playing the lead character. I think I remember, like, back when this show premiered on Netflix, which was back in like October 2021, I believe. I pressed play and I was just enamored by her beauty, but also her ability to kick some ass in this show, and it's a job well done. Definitely check this show out. And this season 1 came out in 2021, and even though it's been labeled as a TV series, I don't think it's a TV series. I think it's more of a mini series. The reason I say that is because from what I've been like looking up, are we going to get a season 2 of My Name? Like, I've been looking everywhere all over the internet. I don't think so. I highly doubt we're going to get a season 2, and that's a shame because I do want to see these characters and all these actors come back, sure. But I feel like the purpose, I stop and I remind myself, what is the purpose of this season? And I felt like, like I said at the beginning, her father got killed, and she gathered some information that the person who killed her, or that killed him, was a cop. So like, they laid everything out, and they executed the goal, the premise of this series, and it's already been done. Like, this is the goal, this is the mission. Her mission is to kind of like avenge her father's death and find the person, the individual who killed her father, if I'm not mistaken. There might be a couple details that I feel like I'm missing a couple details, and but yeah, that's pretty much from what I gathered from this series. But yeah, I highly doubt we're gonna get a season 2. It's 2025. It's 2025. It's the beginning of a new year, and I really don't think we're gonna get season 2 anytime soon. But yeah, I felt like they executed everything perfectly, checked all the boxes. Yeah, it's a great show on Netflix. Definitely check this out. My Name. If you like police, crime, action, drama, and thrilling moments, dramatic. When I mean drama, I don't mean like romantic drama, like, you know, cheating and breaking up and falling. Not that garbage, not that Riverdale shit. All right, I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. I mean like dramatic, tense, gripping moments and scenes. That's what I'm talking. That's what I mean by drama. But yeah, definitely check this one out. I give this show 2 thumbs up. That's how great and exceptional this show is. Definitely check it out on Netflix. Anyway, that's pretty much all I have to say, and I'll see you guys in my next video.